Back in 2020, when anime was so underrated in India, and nobody really know about anime in India at all. And at that time, I used to recommend coolest anime that I have seen so far to my friends, and they all used to laugh at me like, "Are you watching this Chinese cartoon? It is so unrealistic." In most of the cases, those were unrealistic. But now when I look at them, all of those fuckers are wearing an anime hoodie and they upload their workout reels with the same audio of Berserk, like, "I don't care about pain anymore. More important than pain is this impulse that's rising within me." Which, by the way, is not a bad thing, but when I look at my reel section and I scroll, there are so reels without any context, and the irony is most of them is from India. And they don't even know that what I mean, and I think that most of them are just kids, and they don't even create their own caption. They just make it from AI, I guess, because nowadays everyone can do it. Somehow I stumbled upon this video, and first I think that like there is just the Indian homie of mine who is just reacting on this anime sigmas, but when I clicked on this, I realized that this is not an Indian and he has crossed the line of humorous, and now it is just a typical racist, stereotypical video. I'll give my perspective to the whole video.
If you've been on any kind of brain rot social media like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, I'm sure you've seen these Sigma male cold-hearted posts or whatever that they try to pretend like there's some cold-hearted anime character or something, but it ends up being the most cringe thing ever. Like the last post I was showing you, there is like 9 other options in that caption that the guy posted, and I want to tell you a little bit of a secret about these accounts. On Instagram, you can go to about this account and find out the region that this account is based on. 99.9% of these accounts are based in India. So in reality, it's more like, great, that way you don't.
TikTok is banned in India and Instagram is not, and the overall population of India and the popularity of the anime and overall brain rot consumerism. And it's not about just India, it's all over the world. But considering the population of India, there are a lot of guys. And when there are a lot of guys, there are also going to be a lot more people who post reels like that. And you cannot say that 99% of them are Indians. Most of them can be Indians.
Great, that way you don't feel lonely when I'm not around. Do I dare even go through the rest of them? Let's see. How many boyfriends do you have? Just one? You might need at least 2. Haha, I just met you and you're already sharing your trouble? That's cool. I love a good challenge. Oh, dude, this guy has written so many of these pickup line follow-ups, and all of them are pretty corny and bad. Like, not to be racist or anything, or to be racist, I don't really care at this point. The fact that this was made by an Indian makes it 10 times worse.
Like, not to be racist or anything, or to be racist, I don't really care at this point.
So, this piece of shit just admitting that he's being racist at this point, and he doesn't even care about it. It is to be considered that he is not ignorant about it. He's just being racist and he's admitting it. He might be the worst human being that I have seen in this platform personally. It is also a matter of fact that this video is about the Instagram reels that are dumb, because most of them are being posted by dumb Indian kids. Considering that you have like, what the hell? He's a big YouTuber, like, fuck. 282k subscribers. It's a big number, bro. And people are watching this. Just imagine, man, you're just walking with your group of friends and some random foreign guy just come over and just keep talking rubbish about you. And this video is like promoting racism.
By an Indian makes it 10 times worse. Self-care is important. I'll be your side quest. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Imagine having the ability to control how others see you.
Hey man, I don't mean to be an asshole, but I think that's called taking a shower and proper hygiene.
So now he's basically saying that no person in India takes a shower, and he is just referring to a whole race. Okay, fine. This would take a while, but I'll explain you what's going on really, and it's a secret, so please listen. So there are many guys from the countryside or rural area who don't have many literacy, and most of them cannot perform the various tasks, any complex tasks. And those guys are promised that if you pay a certain amount of money, generally ranging between 2,000 to 3,000 bucks, we will send you to a foreign country. It might be US or Canada or any country in Europe. Irony is that those guys don't know how to speak English or the native language. And they end up being sleeping in the stores and they don't take showers. And I feel so bad for those kind of guys. And that's the narrative that Indian people smell so bad. That's because of those poor guys who have been scammed. This is going to be too long, so let's continue to the video.
Superior, and not show off your own talents too much. If you make your boss or leader feel insecure, they might see you as a threat.
Wait a second, boss?
So I have heard of this one and I have read it in the book called 48 Laws of Power, and it is a very thought-provoking idea. Never outshine your own master. So the book is by Robert Greene and I have read it like 2 years ago. So the author discusses about this idea that you should never outshine the master, and he took the example of Nicholas, and I do not know his surname, but he was a guy from France, I guess. He was a finance minister at that time. He was just transferred or being appointed at that position of power. He threw a big party and everyone was in awe, like, wow, such a great party, never have seen such a great party. And everyone was in awe, excluding his boss. So he was like, how could a mere manager throw such a party? He might be stealing. So he investigated it, and of course, it wasn't a legit investigation. It was full biased, and the king accused him for the treason. And he ended up being executed, or I don't remember, being arrested for the rest of his life. So let's see what would this guy comment on this one.
Boss? Leader? I thought I'm learning about how to be a Sigma male. This isn't very Sigma of you. Since when do Sigmas have bosses or leaders? You're a beta. You follow the alpha. You're a beta.
Rakesh, can you go and stock the shelves for me, please?
Sorry, boss, but I can't display my true talents or else I might outshine you and you might see me as a threat. Bro, just put the fries in the bag, please. You're not gonna outshine anybody.
So the first thing that I'm gonna say to him is go touch some grass right now. Because according to this guy, every Indian is destined to work at McDonald's. The reason why Trump and most of the American citizens hate H-1B visa is because immigrants are taking their jobs, and not just any regular jobs at your McDonald's or in convenience stores, high paying jobs. And the reason those jobs are high paying is because they are important and they are technical and more complicated. And the reason why I am saying that H-1B visa is because most of the people who have H-1B visa are Indian. It might be like 75%. And these people contribute a lot to US that their own population cannot. So according to a survey, or I do not know, is it whatever it was. So the US generation nowadays is not interested in pursuing mathematics or science. And this is completely contradictory to India, where there is cutthroat competition for every job. In India, you have to be like the most skilled worker or a labor. And labor doesn't mean that you work at a construction site. Labor means a manpower that handles various tasks if you study economy. And if you are not going to do those jobs, then someone has to do it, and the Indians do it. And according to some research, if H-1B visa is abolished, it would result in literal crash of the economy because you don't have the workforce that works, because most of them are useless. I don't want to say that, but it's the truth. And I do not know, bro, where are you from, but you have to touch grass because Indian won't fry your fries. They would fry your careers.
When I catch a girl who's with her boyfriend staring at me because I'm way more handsome than him. I got a question. When she was staring at you, was she also plugging her nose?
Oh, babe, do you smell that?
I think it's the Indian guy over there. First, let's test my hypothesis out. We didn't even need to go to about this account for the information. He has it.
Okay, so the first thing, he is an Indian and he is ugly and he probably plays all over his body with the food and he is disgusting and he smells like shit. Bro, personally, when I go to the gym, I have to take a shower every day. And I am the person who cannot even tolerate his own stench. I have to do it. And it's my personal life, by the way. But just saying that every person in India smells like shit and they are ugly and it is so stereotypical. It won't be stereotypical, it is just fucking racist.
Account for the information. He has it flying loud and proud right in his bio. Teacher, this class is full of losers. The tray